Hello, everybody. Welcome to the session today. Today is March 6, 2023, and my name is Jose Blasco. It will be my pleasure to take care of this market commentary, to look at the markets. Today is Monday, the week is beginning, and it's good to spend some time to do some preparation so we can do a better job in our trades, in our investment, in understanding what's happening in the market, etc., etc. It's all about being focused, and hopefully the session will help you to stay focused and focus on what matters the most as well in the markets. So before we get started, very quick, I want to turn on the disclaimer on the bottom part of the screen. So read it carefully, please. And as I said, my name is Jose Blasco. If you have any questions as you're watching this, or maybe you're watching this recorded, or maybe you have questions that you want to address in parallel or in addition to the content of this live session, you can see the email address on the screen where you can contact me, as well as the link for our 3D newsletter, where a lot of the content that I'm going to cover today happens to be there, and you can have a written copy that you receive on your inbox, in your inbox every Monday morning hours if you're in Asia. So here's the newsletter I was referring to, and we're gonna go for that 3D approach. We're gonna look at 5 key markets, which I'm gonna do here live, looking at real-time price charts. So the first market that we are going to analyze is the S&P 500. And what's interesting about this particular market, and let me make a bit more space on the screen by changing, what I have on the screen, so you guys can see what we call the climate. I need you to focus on this side of the screen right now. This is what we call the market climate, and as you can see, the market climate in a daily time frame today changed from red to blue. So we are dealing with an up climate in the market. An up climate means that, statistically speaking, the market is more likely going to go higher than go lower. You can see this in the newsletter as well, in the form of a thumbs up right here. Okay, and again, statistically, that means that the market is more likely going to go higher than go lower. But again, there are other variables that I need to mention that also impact if the market is going to do that or not, or when. Which, number one, are going to be the statistics that we see here on the screen. So this is current candle number one in this new climate that just started. So this is the first candle, and here we see statistics for up climates, 8.45. That means that if the market starts moving higher, like it started doing, so the normal thing to expect would be 8 candles on the way up. Okay, 8.45 candles to be precise. That would be a 1 standard deviation. In other words, if I was to simplify probabilities and statistics, I would say that this is a normal thing to happen, 60+% of the cases. Okay. Now, as I said, there are other variables, okay, for this to happen the way it's supposed to be based on stats, which is in this case are the UFOs. We have red UFOs today. The price started moving higher in the morning session in Asia, including Europe, and then hit that red UFO. And as you can see, we are having now a tiny candle that is struggling to progress to the upside. Why? Because unfilled orders, UFO stands for unfilled orders. Unfilled orders are being filled, unfilled orders, I should say, are being filled, adding sales pressure to the downside, and therefore the market is having a difficult time to progress. Even though we are in an up climate, I would not be surprised to see the market to retrace, go back to where the buy orders are, and from there continue its progression to the upside to go find the next UFO and probably do the same again as it keeps going up in this up climate. Okay, so that would be the expectation based on the data we have on the screen. Again, computers do a collection of things much better than humans. Processing data is definitely one of them. And in this case, our patented technology has identified buy unfilled orders located at 40.24, which is below price, sell unfilled orders more or less where we are now, which is 40.55, and that's where we are at in this up climate. Now, the next dimension in our 3D analysis have to do with the speed of movement, okay, with volatility. We're expecting, and I will explain where do we get that information from, we are expecting a speed of movement of 47 points a day, 103 points a week, 215 points a month, that is either up or down. And we know that expected speed of movement out of extracting that information from options contracts. So we look at options markets, we look at, in this case, the VIX, and we kind of reverse engineer the options pricing models. I'm oversimplifying this, of course, and we end up getting those particular values. So that would be the expected move for the S&P. Now I'm going to accelerate a little bit to go over the other 4 markets that we have. The next one in the list is going to be crude oil. And when looking at crude oil, let me change that to crude oil on a live chart. Here we go. Here are the on-field orders. So what do we have if we look at a crude oil chart? Well, what we have is we also have an up climate. Okay, it's been running for a few candles in this case. And here in this case, the sell on field orders are quite far up, and there are no on-field orders until we get all the way to 60.77. So in other words, this market has been trading sideways for a long time, and we've been commenting this for a long time. And last week, for example, there were green on-field orders that created this move to the upside. So again, we were commenting on this for a long time, and now the comment now is that basically there is plenty of room to move in either direction. So I would not be surprised, because the climate is blue, to see crude oil to rally higher, hit that red UFO, and then have a pretty intense sell-off on crude oil. I would absolutely expect something like that to happen, unless new green UFOs show up on the screen, which, if this was to happen, our technology is real time. So you would see things like that show up on the screen, green UFOs, and then you will know, that's the case. But so far, we don't have them yet. And therefore, the market condition that we're dealing with is an up climate with sell on field orders located at 84.06, buy on field orders located at 60.77, and expected moves of 1.76 points a day, 3.87 points a week, and over 8 points a month, either up or down. That will be the expected speed of movement. The next market for us to analyze is gold. And when it comes to gold, let me look at gold real time. Here we go. Here's gold. When it comes to gold, so we are dealing with a new, fresh climate that just started. Blue climate, coming with a green UFO that was not on the screen just a few days ago, is right here, right now. And by the way, the sell-on field orders that were available in gold are gone. So there was a red UFO there some time ago. Notice that on our newsletter, now it says not available, and therefore we got buy on field orders in the context of an up climate. Certainly, gold is set up for a move to the upside, even though, of course, there are other ingredients that impact how markets move. Later, for example, the next market for me to analyze is the US dollar, and I'll make extra comments there. But for now, important to make a note and know that buy on field orders are located at 1852.5, and speed of movements are expected to be at a rate of 1631 points a day, 3591 points a week, 74.74 points a month. Next market to analyze, the US dollar. So when looking at the US dollar, of course, the US dollar and markets such as the S&P, crude oil, gold, are extremely correlated or inversely correlated. And as we can see, gold has changed climate. Guess what? The dollar has just changed climate. You may argue that gold has changed climate because the dollar has changed climate, because gold is priced in dollars, isn't it? So all those markets work in tandem. That is why we have 5 markets as part of our market commentary. And being in a down climate, so the expectation would be for the dollar to fall. Now, if the dollar falls, markets like gold are expected to go higher. Markets like crude oil are expected to go higher, which is exactly what we said a moment ago with the climate analysis. But guess what? The moment the dollar comes to this buy UFO, the idea is that the normal thing to happen, unless sell UFO show up, will be for the dollar to go higher. And if that's the case, then we're going to see markets to fall down. We looked specifically at crude oil as a market with a tremendous amount of room to the downside, until we found that green UFO located at 60 point something, much, much, much lower down. Okay, so kind of very similar setup with the dollar and gold, with no sell on field orders around. Buy on field orders located at 103.74, and expected movements of 0.55 points a day, 1.21 points a week, 2.52 points a month, either up or down. Next one in the line, this is the last market that we will analyze today, is the bakkt Bitcoin. Again, let's look at this in a real-time chart. So here's the bakkt Bitcoin. We can see how the bakkt Bitcoin is currently trading inside of a green UFO. So the expectation will be for this market to go higher, but careful, because we are in a down climate on the Bitcoin. And what tends to happen in the down markets is that the buy on field orders tend to be canceled, and the sell on field orders tend to be added. So I would not be surprised that any moment, either today, tomorrow, we have a red UFO somewhere here. And then probably the smartest choice would be to wait for that green UFO to just create a little tiny bounce just to get to the red UFO. And from there, expect Bitcoin to continue falling in a down climate, which is what statistics suggest is likely going to happen. Even though statistics are not a guarantee, certainly a very good reference, isn't it? So that would be my expectation, just anticipating a bit what may happen. So again, buying here where this green UFO is maybe a bit on the daring side, given the change of climate, even though, of course, every trading style is valid. And there are indeed many ways on how to trade, as long as you manage risk, manage your emotions. There are many ways to be profitable, actually. So market climate is down. Sell on field orders located at 29,000. That's way higher at this moment in time. And 22,292. That's exactly where we are at, where the buy on field orders are again with a down climate. Careful about that. Speed of movement expected to be at a rate of 700 plus points a day, 1,600, almost 1,700 points a week, and almost 3,500 points a month, either up or down. Great. So let's continue. And we need to talk about the economic calendar very quick. Also, I want to mention about the three pillars that support, how we operate as a company. So we are a trading technology provider, but even though our technology is great and is patented and all of the above, if we don't support you on how to use it, then we are not doing a good job. So for support, we have courses that teach a lot about how markets work and how to trade, but also teach you about how to use our technologies. And then we do coaching. Coaching means that we do live trading online. Tonight, for example, I say tonight because I am located in Singapore. If you're in the US, a little later in the morning hours. So we are doing an open meeting. You can see that on our website. If you look at the calendar on our website, you can find that. And everybody's welcome to join because that's why it's called an open meeting. So we all share screen, we look at trades, we talk trading. And again, this is a serious time for serious traders. Okay. Economic calendar. So again, a collection of events that are important. Of course, unemployment rates. Okay, those are indeed important events. On the Thursday, of course, the unemployment change in the U.S. And also we got the Fed testifying, as well as Tuesday as well. So again, those events are marked as red color. In my mind, they are not that impactful unless someone says something crazy, and next thing you know, it creates a lot of volatility. And of course, as always, I'm focusing on events that are located in northern America, because typically the markets in the US or Canada, but especially in the US, are the ones that are the most impactful, actually worldwide, when it comes to the news. But of course, you can see here other very important events, such as the interest rates in Australia, and another the GDP in Europe, for example. Of course, all of those are very, very important events as well. And finally, as we are concluding the session, I wanted to mention about our book. We have a book called Mystery to Mastery series. Forex trading, even though the book uses Forex as an asset, to be honest, the book is a book that teaches you how to trade, and this is applicable to futures, options, stocks, you name it. Everything is trading. Everything that you trade in the end has a currency, which is what sets the price. So certainly you can benefit from that book. And the beauty with the book is that you also get access to a course, and also you get access to 3 months of our technology for free. And the book is being sold, if you buy the ebook version, as low as $3.88. If you buy the paperback version, is a little under $20. So very affordable and a pretty powerful tool for you if you like to read. Anyway, so with all of this said, I would say we are done with the session. I'm just looking at the chat box. Oh, I can see there is a message. I missed that one. Derry, I missed you, my friend. Hi, thank you for this hello message. Yeah, there is no additional comments or questions. So I guess that it's a good time to conclude the session. But again, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. It's always a special time to spend time with you guys, and definitely an important time on the Mondays as we're preparing for the week ahead. Because with a good preparation, like everything, could be trading, could be cooking. With a good preparation, probably you end up with a better result. Okay, so hopefully this session helps you to focus. Even though, of course, I assume that everybody has different, with great differences, or subtle differences, but everybody has their own trading methodology. And in the end, it's all about you applying your own plans. But hopefully, again, this session helps you to focus, not to miss important elements of trading, such as the 5 markets we reviewed, as well as the economic reports. My friends, one more time, thank you so much. See you soon. Take care, trade well, and hopefully I see you later in the open meetings. Take care. Bye-bye.